Good morning, America. Memorial Day travel rush, dangerous weather, behind the wheel with me in Indy, and the Knicks win. Record-breaking return home. The scary incidents in the sky. A plane diverted after an unruly passenger allegedly tried to open an emergency exit mid-flight. A Southwest flight possibly struck by lightning just moments before landing. And the best and worst time to take to the road. This morning, where the severe weather could cause a holiday washout. More than 17 million under flash flood watch after at least 6 reported twisters tear through 2 states overnight.
On hold, President Trump delaying a major tariff threat against the European Union, days after saying talks with one of our biggest trading partners are going nowhere as the president ramps up his fight against Harvard.
Brazen jailbreak. New surveillance video shows some of the 10 men escaping in New Orleans as we learn new details about how they broke out, with 5 still on the loose.
Box truck blast. Doorbell camera capturing a rental truck exploding on a residential street. The investigation this morning.
DMV scam alert. The new warning about criminals sending fake text messages trying to swipe your personal information.
Piano Man on pause. Billy Joel canceling his tour, diagnosed with a rare brain disorder. After a fall on stage earlier this year, raised questions about his health, what his family is now saying.
Racing into history.
He has won the Indianapolis 500.
IndyCar star Alex Palou winning his first Indy 500 and joining us live this morning as I take you behind the wheel of my day at the track.
300,000 people. And yeah, I would say I'm nervous.
Plus the big 4 and the little 1. The king of clay, Rafael Nadal, honored with the biggest names in tennis by his side. And one adorable sidekick. And showing heart.
Rebound Hart! Who else?
The Knicks bouncing back overnight. We're grooving into Monday.
Live from Times Square, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. What a weekend it was, and what a win. Big win for the Knicks overnight.
Collective sigh of relief, I think we heard throughout New York City anyway. We've got a lot coming out. Also, the Indy 500 winner joining us live this morning.
And Michael, were you actually nervous?
I was very nervous.
You were?
Very eventful weekend. You know how nervous I was? I woke up this morning, I didn't think I was that nervous, but I'm like, why are my forearms hurting? I was gripping that steering wheel like it was
hanging on for dear life.
Hanging on for dear life. I really was.
You went what?
165 down the back stretch.
Wow.
It was fun.
Looking forward to hearing much more on that coming up. We do have a lot to cover this morning, of course, on this Memorial Day. President Trump will take part in a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery on this day to remember the sacrifice of so many service members for our country.
And we're going to begin with the holiday travel rush. Millions are set to head home later today. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez starts us off. And Gio, there were some scary incidents in the sky this weekend.
Yeah, there were, Michael. Yeah, and I just looked at the numbers, and overall things have been pretty smooth, even with all that rough weather. But some really scary moments, like you said, were caught on camera as millions take to the skies. This morning, with the record-breaking holiday travel underway, the TSA screening more than 3 million people on Friday alone, marking the 3rd busiest travel day ever. Trouble overnight in Denver, thunderstorms leading to over 1,000 delays and more than a dozen cancellations. A Southwest flight possibly struck by lightning just moments before landing.
We got a lightning strike.
It's just like a big boom. And when we were looking outside of the window, it was just this big flash.
Megan Quinlan was on the plane from Tampa with her fiance as the cabin filled with a metallic smell.
We could feel the electricity coming on the floor of the cabin into our feet.
A few other incidents in the sky also scaring passengers. This flight from Tokyo to Houston diverting to Seattle when officials say an unruly passenger allegedly tried to open an emergency exit door mid-flight.
All of a sudden, we both woke up to somebody shouting out, "Is there another Marine on board?"
Brittany Vasquez says 2 Marines helped the crew restrain the man with zip ties.
I'm so thankful for them. because I don't know how this situation would have been handled.
Police say the passenger suffered a medical crisis, taking him to the hospital. A second person also taken off the plane in a separate unruly behavior incident before the flight eventually made it to Houston, according to authorities. And on that lightning incident, we should tell you that planes are designed to withstand lightning strikes. It's actually more common than you'd think. Now, on the roads, though, there's a big story there. 39 million Americans hitting the road for the holiday. That's 1 million drivers more than last year. The good news is gas is lower with a national average of $3.17 a gallon.
That is good because you'll be idling for a long time, burning up a lot of gas. You're trying to wait. But, okay. Drivers, best and worst time to get on the road today.
Okay, so we looked at the numbers here, and the best time to get on the road is today before 2 p.m. But listen, people like to stay out. They like to keep partying all day long today. 4 to 7 p.m., that's when you're going to hit the worst traffic on the road. So remember that. And that's when all those people are getting on the road and going back home.
Hey, be patient. Yeah. That's what I'm telling us.
That's right.
All right, thank you, Gio.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gio. We're going to turn now to the Memorial Day forecast. More than 17 million under flash flood watch, and overnight there were at least 6 tornadoes. Meteorologist Leslie Lopez from our Los Angeles station KABC is here now tracking it all. Welcome to New York. It's great to see you,
Thank
Leslie.
you. It's fun to be here. It's been a nice weekend. Well, could be more sunshine, but finally coming out today. Finally coming out today. Let me show you what's happening. I just wanted to show you this one starting here. This is a wedding. Imagine it's your wedding day and a tornado touches down on your wedding day. This is over in Texas, or no, this is New Mexico, Portales, New Mexico, and an unexpected guest, certainly. But here's the good news. No reports of injuries, no damage to the wedding party. But yes, 5 tornadoes into Texas, 1 out in New Mexico. And then over in Afton, Texas, I mean, just unbelievably large size hail. We're talking about 6 inches in diameter. That's the size of a baseball cap. So very dangerous conditions here. And then because of those severe storms, we're talking Texas now. This is over into Abilene. Power outages through the area because of 80-mile-per-hour winds. There are 100,000 customers without power from Texas all the way out towards Alabama. So let me show you what's going on right in the center of the nation, especially out towards the south. We're dealing with severe line of thunderstorms. Now, this is from anywhere from the Texas Panhandle all the way out towards it looks like Savannah, Georgia. Right in the center, we're looking at damaging wind and hail and flash flooding as a possibility. Even isolated tornadoes still possible in this gold color anywhere from Ozona out towards Shreveport. All right, we'll send it back over your way.
All right, Leslie, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We turn now to President Trump and the latest twist in his trade war. Last night, he announced that he's delaying a 50% tariff on goods from the European Union as the two sides negotiate. Our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, has that story. Selena, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Whit. And as you just mentioned, President Trump is marking this Memorial Day at Arlington National Cemetery this morning. This comes as he's delaying those major tariffs on one of our biggest trading partners. Overnight, President Trump announces he's delaying his tariffs on the European Union after a call with the trading bloc's leader.
That was the date she requested. Could we move it from June 1st to July 9th? And I agreed to do that, and that she said we will rapidly get together and see if we can work something out.
A dramatic shift in tone. Just days ago, the president threatening to impose 50% tariffs on the EU on June 1st, saying talks with one of our largest trading partners are going nowhere. The EU Commission leader said she had a good call with Trump and that Europe is ready to advance talks swiftly and decisively. The president delaying the tariffs, but continues to fight against the country's wealthiest university. A federal judge blocking Trump's ban on international students from enrolling at Harvard University.
Part of the problem with Harvard is that there are about 31%, almost 31% of foreigners coming to Harvard. We have Americans that want to go there and to other places.
The administration has also frozen billions of dollars in federal funding to Harvard, punishing the university for refusing to comply with government demands to change its curriculum, admissions policy, and end DEI programs. Harvard's former president blasting the administration.
This is setting America back. It's hard to imagine a larger strategic gift that we could give China than alienating the most talented young people in the world whose dream was to come to the United States and are now seeing it shattered.
And what a hearing on this is set for Thursday to determine if that temporary block should be extended. So for now, the future of nearly 7,000 international students at Harvard hangs in the balance.
Stand by for more news on that. And Selena, also while we have you, another topic here. President Trump also commenting overnight about his one big beautiful bill and the talks going on in the Senate right now.
Yeah, so President Trump said he expects the Senate to make fairly significant changes to the bill, despite House Speaker Mike Johnson just hours earlier saying he wants to see as few changes as possible. Now, the reality here is that this mega bill barely passed the House, and it's going to face a tough road ahead in the Senate. Some Senate Republicans, they want to see even steeper spending cuts, while other Senate Republicans are concerned about those cuts to Medicaid. Whit.
All right, Selena, thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you, Whit. This morning, the president also saying he's not happy with Putin after Russia launched its most intense aerial attacks on Ukraine in more than a year, including hundreds of missiles. Our Chief 4 correspondent, Ian Panel, is tracking the latest for us, including Trump's new comments about Ukraine's President Zelensky. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. That's right. President not happy with President Zelensky, not happy with President Putin either. It's been 3 long days and nights of Russian attacks on Ukraine. Last night was a record number of strikes, over 350 drones as well as cruise missiles fired by Russia into Ukraine, and at least 29 civilians killed and more than 140 injured. We've seen 3 days and nights of continuous strikes, many of them focused on the capital, Kyiv. President Zelensky again appealing to the US and Europe to intervene. But as you say, President Trump speaking out in some of his most critical comments yet of Russian leader Putin, saying he's gone absolutely crazy. But as you suggest, also criticizing President Zelensky, saying everything out of his mouth causes a problem. Michael?
And Ian, over in Tel Aviv, we're going to switch it up. A dual German-American citizen is facing charges after allegedly trying to firebomb a U.S. embassy office.
Yeah, what officials are saying is this was a 28-year-old, as you say, American-German, Joseph Neumeier, seen here in his Facebook profile. He approached the building in Tel Aviv with several Molotov cocktails. He's also accused, he was charged in the US, of posting threats against the embassy and President Trump on social media, including writing, "Death to America, death to the West." Michael?
And then there's one last thing. There are growing concerns now about the humanitarian situation in Gaza as Israel ramps up airstrikes in its war against Hamas. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, the situation just seems to go from bad to worse. Overnight, Israel attacking a school in Gaza that's used to house displaced families. Now, what Israel is saying is that this was a command post used by militants like Hamas, which is prescribed as a terrorist organization. But more than 50 killed today, according to the Hamas-run health authorities. And over the weekend, a barrage of Israeli airstrikes, killing scores of Palestinians, again, according to the Hamas health ministry, and drawing international condemnation. And what we're seeing, Michael, is increasingly Israel's allies being critical. 9 children, one devastating attack, killed in their home as one strike, and their mother, who's a pediatrician, was caring for people at a nearby hospital. The children ranging from just 7 months to 12 years old. Really difficult situation. Michael?
Yeah, difficult and sad. Ian, thank you for all your coverage. Thank you. Rebecca?
All right, Michael, thank you. We're going to turn now to the latest on the brazen jailbreak in New Orleans. New surveillance video shows inside the jail as 10 inmates escaped. 5 are still on the run this morning as we're learning more about how they broke out. Trevor Alt is joining us now with more. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Rebecca. And this manhunt has now stretched more than a week and a half. Many of the escapees accused of violent crimes. And there are concerns not just for resident safety, but for how this investigation was handled from the very start.
This morning, new details as to how these inmates pulled off that brazen Louisiana jailbreak and why it went undetected for hours. Surveillance footage shows some of the 10 men who escaped shoving open a door to the jail loading dock. CNN now reporting the inmates used hair clippers and multiple blades to break through their cell walls. 5 inmates are still on the run. All of them had been arrested on second-degree murder charges. 7 people have now been charged in connection with the escape. Police in New Orleans releasing video taking 4 people into custody, one of them accused of assisting 2 escapees. An inmate, Trayvon Williams, is also accused of supplying a blanket and a shirt to help the escapees climb over the facility's razor wire fencing. The arrest warrant saying he entered the cell where the escapees had left the message "too easy." The district attorney now voicing concerns over a delayed investigation, saying forensics from the crime scene, including fingerprint sweeps and DNA swabs inside the cell, had not been conducted a week after the breakout.
There's all sorts of pieces to this that you really need both a forensic and digital trail to track them and to also prosecute them.
And the DOJ previously warned conditions at the New Orleans Parish Prison have been dangerous and unacceptable for far too long, and they warned that more than a decade ago. The sheriff now says they need millions to fix outdated surveillance, aging infrastructure, blind spots in supervision, and critical staffing shortages. Whit.
And again, some of those inmates still on the run. Trevor, thank you. Now to the Vatican, where Pope Leo offered prayers to thousands of the faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square. This was his first address from the window of the Apostolic Palace since his election earlier this month. The papal apartments were sealed per tradition in late April after the death of Pope Francis. During the address, Leo expressed his appreciation for the affection he's been shown, and also offered prayers for people suffering in war and encouragement to those working toward peace.
All right, we're going to turn now to the NBA playoffs, and the Knicks bouncing back against the Pacers after losing the first two games here in New York. Will Reeve is back with the comeback.
Hello, good morning, one and all. What a night. So, the Indiana Pacers play their home games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which opened in 1999. The New York Knicks had never won a playoff game in that building in 9 games there over the years. The Pacers, meanwhile, entered last night up 2-0 in these Eastern Conference Finals. A win last night would all but guarantee them a trip to the NBA Finals, as no team has ever blown a 3-0 lead in NBA playoff history. So, with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half, the Pacers were up 20 points. It looked like a wrap. They were up 15 with 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter, but the best was yet to come for the Knicks.
Yeah, you know what? And the Jalen Brunson was having an off night.
He was, and this was a problem for them. He really couldn't make a shot. He was struggling to stay on the court as well. He picked up a whole bunch of fouls, which meant he had to sit for long stretches, so he could be available to play late in the game if it were to get close. And it did get close, thanks to Karl Anthony Towns, the big cat. Had just 4 points through the first 3 quarters, but he exploded in the fourth. He was draining threes. He was driving the lane. He had this incredible dunk with a few minutes to go. He was in his bag. And post-game, Towns with a sweet moment for his mom, who died of COVID 5 years ago. He said, shout out to Dominican moms on Dominican Mother's Day. Shout out to my mom. Brunson did come back late in that game. He helped ice it down the stretch. He had clutch shots, clutch free throws. As Towns said of Brunson, quote, did you expect anything less? So the Knicks, for the third time in these playoffs, come back from 20 points down to win each of those comebacks on the road. They're 6-1 on the road. Now the series is 2-1, which is the same series score as the Timberwolves and Thunder. The T-Wolves have a chance there, RJ.
I thought you might say something about that.
I sure am. I'm going to say everyone should watch tonight on ESPN.
Yes, they should.
4.
She was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah, hey, 2-1. There you go.
It'll be a good game tonight. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, Will. And coming up, I drove about 150 miles per hour in Indy, but that was nothing compared to Indy 500 champion Alex Palou. Well, we're going to talk to him live as I take you along on my ride.
Ooh, and Becky Worley has another Memorial Day tradition, the sales. Hello, Becky.
Rebecca, we've been talking about when shoppers would start feeling tariffs. Well, it's starting, so it's time to jump on bargains while you still can. I'm going to tell you where you can find discounts on big ticket items, household essential, kids clothing, and a lot more, all coming up.
All right, thanks, Becky. And new at 7:30, what caused the explosion seen in this video?
How's it going?
Look, David, I got a dog.
Oh? You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Oh, welcome back to GMA. Lilo and Stitch, you saw it there, is an enormous hit around the world, and Mission Impossible is on the hunt for a franchise record. We will tell you about all the holiday weekend movies coming up in Pop News. A very big weekend for the movies.
Sure is, that's for sure. But first, new at 7:30, the latest on a shooting in South Carolina in a beach town. There was a massive police response after gunfire erupted on a residential street in Little River near Myrtle Beach. At least 11 people were transported to the hospital. Police calling this an isolated incident. They did not immediately release details on suspects or what led to the shooting. The investigation now underway. Plus, take a look at this. A box truck driving through an Illinois neighborhood exploded. The blast was captured on doorbell camera. Investigators believe a propane tank being carried in the truck was leaking before that explosion. Fortunately, the driver was able to walk away. No one else was injured, but several homes were damaged. And a passing to note this morning, reality TV star Phil Robertson. He was the patriarch of the family behind the hit series Duck Dynasty and founded a duck hunting gear business. His Alzheimer's diagnosis was announced last December. Phil Robertson was 79 years old. We turn now to the Indianapolis 500 and a breakthrough win for driver Alex Palou, the three-time IndyCar champion, taking the checkered flag for the very first time at the storied race. He's standing by to talk to us live. But Michael, also a big day for you at the Brickyard.
Yeah, not as big as it was for Alex there, but I didn't realize the Brickyard is the largest single-day sporting event in the world. So I got to admit, I was a little nervous to get behind the wheel of the pace car.
He has won the Indianapolis 500.
Champion driver Alex Palou winning the Indy 500 for the first time. The 28-year-old now the first Spanish driver to take the title, his first on an oval track.
I already lost my voice and haven't even started celebrating, so.
His feat capping off 200 action-packed laps at the famous Brickyard.
What on earth is going on at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today? We have seen it all.
Multiple crashes sidelining Marco Andretti and Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he got 2 more.
And in the pit lane, sparks flying. Alexander Rossi's car going up in flames while refueling. A brake issue causing Robert Schwartzman to collide with his pit crew.
Goes in hard. Oh, no.
Luckily, the drivers and team members all okay. This race was especially significant as I got the chance to drive the official pace car. On Saturday, I got a lesson from 9-time Indy 500 racer Sarah Fisher. Explain to me what we're doing today at the Brickyard.
Today is about training.
Okay,
right?
training, like
quotes.
training camp.
I know you've driven cars, so it won't be about driving cars fast.
Okay.
It'll be about race day morning. So the job of the pace car is to pace the field, right? You got to keep all these guys behind us in check. That's the job. And then maybe a little speed at the end, right?
A little speed at the end, I like that. After trying on my helmet and getting in a few practice laps, it was almost time to do it for real. I'm getting ready to drive a pace car, the Indy 500, 400,000 people. And yeah, I would say I'm nervous. Then, the moment I had been waiting for. This time, I'm driving with Devin Escobedo, an official for IndyCar who will be there to help guide me.
But now you're doing it for real, buddy. How does it feel out there?
I'm doing great, you guys. I got the great coach in here with me. This car is amazing. We are doing 105 miles per hour right now. Do I punch it coming out of this one? Not now. I got one more. I'm ready to punch this thing. But we are moving pretty good. What was supposed to be 4 straightforward laps turning into an obstacle course after Scott McLaughlin crashed in the first turn.
So there's a crash in turn 1. McLaughlin crashed somehow, so just stay where you're at. Keep doing what you're doing. After that happened with extra laps, and my guy in the car with me looked at me and said, now you are officially a pace car driver for the Indy 500. Unfortunately, somebody wrecked, but I did enjoy the extra laps. After checking this incredible experience off my bucket list, I'm considering my next career move. GMA, you want to sponsor me? Yeah, GMA, what do you say? Let's do it. Yeah. Joining us now is Indy 500 winner Alex Palou. Alex, thank you so much for joining me. I met you before the race myself, Tom Brady, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez. We're all hanging out with you. If I'd known you were going to win, we would have all said congratulations before the race. But I got to ask you, how did it feel?
Thank you. It was great meeting you. Great job on the pace laps as well. Honestly, it feels amazing. It's the best thing ever. I lost my voice, as you can see, but the celebration yesterday was amazing. You saw how many fans we had and how important these races for the motorsport community. So to be here today as a champion feels awesome.
Yeah, it got to feel awesome. You look very happy, my friend. And what was your favorite part aside from winning?
The fans drinking the milk, which is the biggest tradition on this race, celebrating with the milk on victory lane. It's just the traditions that this amazing race and event has that just make it so special.
And you've won 3 IndyCar titles in the past 4 years, but you felt you really needed to win at the Brickyard to complete your career resume?
Yeah, I mean, it's odd, right? Like the Indy 500 is part of our championship, but it's the biggest race by far. It's huge, as you saw yesterday. The fans make it spectacular, and you want to feel like you're on top of the world when you win it. So I thought, and in my opinion, even though I had won already 3 championships, that my career wouldn't be complete without an Indy 500 win. So it's only one race, but you can see how special it is for everybody that it's part of it.
Well, we can see how special it was. As you were talking, we were running some video of you standing on your car, you're taking off your gloves, you're running down the track. You know, and I got to say, the start of that race, it was delayed. There were a lot of crashes, a lot of drama going on. So how do you stay focused when all that trouble's happening on the track?
Yeah, it was tough. The conditions weren't great. We had a couple of drops of rain. As you said, it was a bit delayed. And then there was many crashes. The conditions were really cold, so it was tough for us drivers to keep the tires into temperature. So, yeah, it was tough to be focused on, like, it was tough to get into a rhythm. It's like as soon as you would start, you would have a yellow and then another yellow. But, I mean, it's a long race. It's like a marathon. It's like an endurance race, 500 miles. So it was just about keeping the car under control and preparing ourselves for that last 50, 60 laps.
And I wonder, what was going through your mind in those final laps? Because you were trying to hold off your former teammate, Marcus Ericsson.
Yeah, it was tough, man. He was pushing a lot. Obviously, we had some traffic cars that were helping me a little bit, just get some speed on the straights. But I was struggling. Like, he was pushing a lot. I made the move quite early on. I saw an opportunity. He was on a little bit better strategy on tires and fuel, and as soon as I saw the gap, I had to go for it. I wanted to be leading the race. I wanted to see if I was able to be up front, and then figure it out from there. But yeah, I'm so glad that it worked out and that we were able to stay in the lead.
Well, I tell you what, it was an honor for me to meet you before the race. It's an honor to talk to you today. It was an honor for me to drive that pace car. I can only imagine what it's like going 230 miles per hour on that track, but we want to say congratulations to you, Alex. You are the Indy 500 champion, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, get some rest. You deserve it.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love getting to see you in the pace car, Michael.
And you know, Alex showed me, he said that was the best pace car driving he's ever seen.
Ever seen, yes. Yeah.
Do I punch it? Not quite yet.
I did get to punch it eventually, which is really nice. That's all I wanted, just punch it.
A little eager, yep.
Thank you, Michael. That was really fun. We are back now with Memorial Day sales, and there are plenty of deals out there before prices start going up because of tariffs. Consumer correspondent Becky Worley joins us now with what to shop for today. Good morning, Becky.
Rebecca, good morning. You're right. Predictions are mounting that tariff products will hit the market in early summer. Well, bust out your white jeans and sandals because Memorial Day is early summer. Hello, price increases. Retail experts saying they've already seen upward pressure on pricing. So the advice, shop now on big ticket items. We're talking appliances. One example, Best Buy with up to 50% off of clearance. And they have an extra 10% off of all appliances with the code SAVE10. I'm also seeing advice to buy a couple extra everyday items to hedge against price increases. One sale that could help with that, Amazon, offering a wide selection of home cleaning products and supplies. So you spend $50 and you get a $15 discount. Then there's the added advice that if there's a must-have on your holiday shopping list, now is the time to buy. Yeah, they said holiday. We're talking about Christmas. So, okay. Also, we know that clothing will see price increases soon, so Target offering summer wear from 30 to 40% off. That includes kids' clothing. And Memorial Day kicks off the frenzy to freshen up your home or outdoor space. So one sale I really like, Sherwin-Williams, the paint company, with 30% off of paint and stains. You want more deals? Okay, I got it. Sneakers are a big purchase as we head into outdoor activity season. Converse, 50% off, like Chucks. They were $54.97. Now they're $27.48. Very specific price cut. And let's talk about discounts for active military and veterans. Adidas, 30% off online and in store. Samsung, 30% off online. And tons of restaurants offer discounts if you show military ID. I like mentioning these discounts because we have to remember this isn't just a sales weekend, but it's a chance to remember those who sacrificed for all of us, guys.
Yeah, you're right about that. Thank you for that. We appreciate you, Becky, as always. And now at our play of the day, a special ceremony honoring tennis great Rafael Nadal at the French Open. The Grand Slam champion announced his retirement last fall, and the tournament wanted to celebrate his incredible legacy. Will Reeves is here with incredible details. Hey, Will.
It was incredible. It was so nice. Powerful and poignant moment at Roland Garros yesterday. Rafael Nadal, 14-time French Open champion, honored at the place he was so dominant at for so long. Every person in the 15,000-seat stadium wear a Merci Rafa t-shirt, including Carlos Alcaraz, who was spotted in the crowd there. And the Big Four all taking the court together for the final farewell ceremony. They were competitors and friends. Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer. Check it out.
At the end now, it's all about being happy about everything that we achieved. At the end, all of us achieved our dreams.
It really was such a golden era in tennis. Nadal also making his mark permanent on the clay there. Roland Garros revealing an imprint of his footprint on court. Philippe Chatrier, before leaving, the Grand Slam tennis champ took a moment to wave goodbye to the crowd with his son, Rafa Jr. How nice is that?
So cute.
2 generations of legends right there. Backstage then with Murray, Djokovic, and Federer, high-fiving it up with the boys. That is a lifetime memory unlocked. What a moment for an all-time great.
Really you can
awesome,
see the emotion on his face, too.
And see him with his son.
Yeah,
That's really sweet.
Bet that kid's probably pretty good already.
Athletic for sure.
Maybe. Yeah, thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Coming up, we are cooking with Chef Robert Liberato. He's giving us tips for steaks that you can use in your holiday cookout. Also, much more coming up on GMA in our second hour.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Record-breaking Memorial Day travel rush. This morning, where the severe weather could cause a holiday washout. More than 17 million under flash flood watch. Plus, the scary incidents in the sky, including a plane diverted after an unruly passenger allegedly tried to open an emergency exit mid-flight.
Billy Joel canceling his summer tour. The piano man diagnosed with a rare brain disorder after a fall on stage earlier this year raised questions. What his family is now saying about his condition this morning.
And it's a Deals and Steals Memorial Day takeover. Tori's here with sizzling savings for the hot summer months with free shipping. And she's brought some Deals super fans. And they're saying, "Good morning, America!"
Live from Times Square, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. I want to thank you for spending your Memorial Day morning with us.
Yes, thank you so much. And Deals and Steals super fans are here in Times Square. Tori is bringing us 18 huge bargains, up to 70% off. We are looking forward to that. I love it when you meet a Deals and Steals super fan out in the wild.
Oh, yes.
They are so into it.
We collected them and brought them to one place.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun morning. We also have a lot to cover this morning, as well as taking a look at Arlington National Cemetery on this Memorial Day, the final resting place for so many who gave their lives for this country. And we thank all of our military families for their service and sacrifice.
Yeah, we cannot thank them enough. And now let's get to the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the holiday travel rush. Millions are set to head home later today. And Gio Benitez, he is traveling right back to the desk to tell us all about it. Good morning, Gio.
It was a smooth travel here, too. Yeah. Michael, good morning to you. Yeah, as long as the weather holds at major airports, things are looking pretty good for that big return home. In fact, despite all that weather and even those issues at Newark Airport, overall, it's been a smooth holiday. But there were some thunderstorms overnight in Denver, delaying more than 1,000 flights there by over an hour. And we did see some scary incidents caught on camera. 2 unruly passengers in separate incidents disrupting the same flight from Tokyo to Houston. That flight was diverted, and a plane forced to return to the airport in Boston following a bird strike. Thankfully, everything's okay there. AAA predicting a Memorial Day record of more than 45 million Americans traveling over the holiday period. The TSA expecting to screen about 18 million people. More than 3 million on Friday alone, and that is the third busiest travel day ever now. Meanwhile, for drivers, close to 40 million packing the roads. The good news, gas is down, a national average of $3.17 a gallon. If you're driving today, the best time to travel is before 2 p.m. Expect gridlock, though, if you're driving between 4 and 7 tonight. A lot of people spending time with friends and family today, so they want to extend that day.
Trying to make it last, and then you got the kids crying in the back seat in a car full of laundry. Welcome home.
All part of the experience.
It is. It really is the full experience, Gio. Thank you. Let's turn now to the Memorial Day forecast. Overnight, there were at least 6 reported tornadoes, and this morning, there are more than 17 million under flash flood watch. Let's bring back meteorologist Leslie Lopez, who is tracking it all for us. Good morning again, Leslie.
Good morning. And yes, we're tracking tornadoes. I mean, look at this. This is video out of yesterday in New Mexico. This is Portolas, New Mexico. On a wedding day, this tornado touches down, an unexpected guest, but good news, no reports of injuries or damage. So that's also nice to see, but also unusual, incredible sized hail. This is out towards areas of Afton, Texas. You see this coming down, very dangerous. This is 6 inches in diameter, as large as a baseball cap. And then you move you out towards, looks like Abilene, Texas, where 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts were ripping through the area, bringing down power outages through about, looks like anywhere from Texas out towards Alabama, 100,000 customers without power. Now we're stretching towards the severe weather outlook all the way through Tuesday. This is going to be from Ozona out towards Shreveport. Winds, damaging winds, large hail still expected, flash flooding for the region, even an isolated tornado still possible. But this is a very large area, anywhere from the Texas Panhandle all the way out towards Savannah, Georgia. Concerns for, yes, severe weather still in the area. Now it's very pleasant out towards the coast, 73 degrees for New York. And then if you head out towards areas of South LA, the Southwest, 75, even 101 though over in Phoenix. So some hot spots. The center of the country still deals with wet weather. All right, Whit.
Yeah, clearing up in some places. We'll take it. Thank you, Leslie. Turning now to a new scam targeting drivers, with scammers impersonating the DMV to get your personal data. Stephanie Ramos is here with that story. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Good morning, everyone. So many of us have received those fake text messages, right, saying we have an easy pass bill. Well, the New York State DMV is now warning about this new phishing scam hitting phones across the state, and some are likely seeing it in other states as well. This one's pretty sneaky. Scammers are sending fake text messages demanding payment of fines, and they're pretending to be the DMV. It's part of a larger scam that's also targeted Easy Pass users with fake account suspension warnings. New York's DMV commissioner says the goal is to trick you into handing over personal information. But here's the key. The DMV will never text you asking for personal details.
Those text messages are nonstop.
Yeah.
They
They're
coming
are.
all the time. There are some red flags to look out for, though, too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Things like bad spelling, some really weird looking links, threatening language. If the sender's phone number is a long list of numbers with a plus sign and international numbers, those are the things you really need to look out for. So here's a smart move to keep in mind. Don't click on any links, because that's how scammers can gain access to your information. So if you get a sketchy message, supposedly from Easy Pass, just do not click on that link.
Well, you said it. They will not text you.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
just
And
ignore.
if you have questions about a possible bill, just call them.
Yeah.
Call Easy Pass or go on the Easy Pass website. Don't click on those links or anything that these scammers may be sending you.
Great information, Stephanie, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Multiple decades of it.
Yes, thank you so much, Rebecca. Definitely remember those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice today. Thank you.
Thank you. And coming up here in our GMA Morning Menu, Billy Joel's family is now sharing new details on the health fight that forced him to cancel his summer concert tour.
Also ahead, the little blue alien who took over the box office. That's coming up in Pop News.
Plus, Chef Robert Liberato is here with pro tips for your Memorial Day cookout. And Tori Johnson's here for her Deals and Steals takeover. Hey, Tori.
Hey, Michael, these Deals and Steals super fans are getting ready to reveal 18 phenomenal bargains to kick off your summer. Everything is at least 50% off. Plus, every single deal this morning has free shipping. Oh, yeah, free shipping. That's right. That's coming up right here on GMA.
Oh, are you two lovebirds making plans for the holiday tomorrow?
Tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Is it President's Day? What's tomorrow, Gregory?
You know, I'm not sure, but you trying to kick it, my guy?
I don't know. It's an ordinary day to me, Playboy.
We're kidding.
Yeah, we know it's Valentine's Day.
Didn't buy tickets. Don't want to see the show.
that was really funny. Yeah, welcome back to GMA, everybody. You know, lots of exciting things are happening for Abbott Elementary star and creator Quinta Brunson. Well, she's going to tell us all about it on Thursday. Looking forward to that, Rebecca.
It's going to be great. Also, to our cover story now, Billy Joel's health battle. The legendary piano man canceling all of his scheduled concerts after being diagnosed with a brain disorder. Janae Norman is here with more, and this was such a shock. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning, Rebecca. The news took so many by surprise when it was announced that Billy Joel was canceling all of his upcoming concerts, including a tour later this year. And it's the reason behind it, this rare brain disorder. Joel saying that his health must come first, so many understanding that, and that he's following doctor's orders and now shedding light on normal pressure hydrocephalus.
This morning, Billy Joel's family speaking out after the beloved singer revealed he's suffering from a rare brain disorder called normal pressure hydrocephalus, or NPH, forcing him to cancel his tour. Joel's wife Alexis sharing this photo with his daughters Della and Remy on Easter with ABC News, saying, "Thank you for the outpouring of love and support. We are so grateful for the wonderful care and swift diagnosis we received." Joel's ex-wife, model Christy Brinkley, posting this video at one of his legendary Madison Square Garden concerts last year, along with a heartfelt message. "Dear Billy, the whole Brinkley gang is sending you lots of love and good wishes for a full and speedy recovery. And we all want you back in that white-hot spotlight. You're our piano man." The 5-time Grammy Award winner shocked fans Friday, announcing he was canceling more than a dozen shows across North America and England after receiving his diagnosis of NPH, a condition seen mostly in older people when too much fluid builds up around the brain. Joel saying in a social media statement that recent concert performances have exacerbated his NPH by leading to problems with hearing, vision, and balance.
That fluid is actually exerting pressure on the brain tissue, and the tissue that's affected deals with coordinating our balance and walking, as well as in some cases thinking, memory. Normal pressure hydrocephalus is treatable and reversible, and that's especially true if it's caught early.
Questions about Joel's health overall arose earlier this year after he fell on stage at a Connecticut concert.
I thought it was part of his show. He laid down for a little bit, and then he got up himself, and he continued with the concert.
And in March, the 76-year-old announced his tour would be rescheduled while he recovered from an unspecified surgery. But now that tour is off. It's not clear whether either event is connected with his NPH diagnosis. Joel's daughter, Alexa Ray, optimistic about his prognosis, posting on Instagram, "My dad is the strongest and most resilient man I've ever known, and he's entirely committed to making a full recovery with ongoing physical therapy treatments as he continues to regain his strength. The music continues."
The music continues, she says. And Joel's statement says that he is grateful for the support from fans and that he's looking forward to returning to the stage. So the piano man isn't done yet. He's just following doctor's orders, and we absolutely wish him the best on his recovery, guys.
Yes, we absolutely do. Thank you, Janae. And it is time now for Pop News with you, Will.
Hello, guys. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is Pop News. We're on for a while.
Okay, cool. We're in. Let's go.
So we're going to begin with the box office bonanza, thanks to what has been dubbed Stitch Impossible. The premieres of Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning have made history. The largest Memorial Day holiday for movie theaters ever. The weekend isn't even over yet, and families turned out in a huge way to celebrate Ohana with Lilo and Stitch. $304 million so far in worldwide ticket sales. That is a monster, not including today's count. And it earned $183 million just in the U.S., which beat out 2022's Top Gun Maverick. That had the previous Memorial Day record with $160 million. You know who was in Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. And if you wanted to see him this weekend, you would go see the final installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. $190 million globally through Sunday for Final Reckoning, the biggest debut of all 8 films in the franchise. So Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, they're in theaters everywhere now. I feel like I haven't seen either of them, but everybody else has.
Mission Impossible I've seen, and wow.
You're in.
He does some impossible things.
Okay.
Lilo and Stitch I haven't seen, but I think when you have kids, that's why it's big old.
Tom Cruise does all his own stunts, so does Stitch.
Yep.
That's the big stuff. TV news this morning. Peyton Manning getting behind the camera. He's on board as the executive producer of the 3rd season of the History Channel series, The Mega Brands That Built America. We've got to look at the teaser trailer. Here it is.
Those who dare to dream big can achieve the impossible.
They're visionaries, and they're trying to get ahead of their competition. What if there was no keyboard? What if you could touch your music?
It's a fight of might to build industries that make us forget anything we knew before.
Amazon, Home Depot.
IBM is about to change the game.
These companies, they're the definition of cutting edge.
From executive producer Peyton Manning, The Mega Brands That Built America. New season premieres Sunday at 9. Only on the History Channel.
Okay, you heard it. Sunday at 9, only on the History Channel. The show is set to explore the stories behind the biggest brands in America. They shaped the way we lived. Camera companies, denim dynasties, the rise of the internet, stores. Season 3, The Mega Brands That Built America, 9 Eastern, this Sunday, History Channel. Sounds very interesting.
Those Manning brothers, they're everywhere.
They really are. Omaha production just keeps killing it. And finally, we love dogs around here. We love the Westminster Kennel Club. And did you know that it is the 150th anniversary a year from now of the Big Dog Show? It's second only to the Kentucky Derby as the longest running sporting event in the United States. Dog lovers getting excited about the historic upcoming season. Big news here. One of the upcoming Best in Show judges will be marking his first time behind the podium. He's kind of a legend of the game. David Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania. He's won Best in Show twice, 2012, 2021, both with Pekingese dogs. And David has a lot of experience showing dogs at Westminster. We congratulate our friends at Westminster on their 150th anniversary. Tickets are on sale now for the Best in Show competition, which takes place on February 3rd, 2026, which is the weekend before the Super Bowl. So we got a lot of big stuff to look for.
Mark your calendars.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh, you know what? Now it's time to kick off summer grilling season. Just getting his mic put on, okay? The STK Steakhouse executive chef, Robert Liberato, is here to show us a grilled surf and turf that will elevate your Memorial Day cookout. Chef, welcome to this. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I'm a big STK fan. I absolutely love it.
Birthday parties.
Would you do birthday parties? All of you guys have done it all for me. And you know what? We're about to have a party here in the studio. We're going to do a little surf and turf. We're going to start with the turf part of it, the steak. So how do you prepare the grill and you get that ready and the rub to make sure everything cooks perfectly?
Okay, so firing up the grill, let's start with that, right? So this has been hot for, I'm gonna say probably about 10 minutes. If you're working on a charcoal at home, you're probably gonna do that probably about 20 minutes. You start nice and hot. The same thing, resting before and after. Resting your steaks, that's going to bring them to temperature, especially if they're from the fridge. You don't want to start with a cold steak, evenly cooking. So the steak is going to be more so like this guy like that.
Love that sound too.
How long would you leave it out for beforehand?
Depending on the cut, I would say anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes.
Okay.
These guys been out for 30 minutes. We're going to cook them to medium rare. But also it's going to depend how thick that steak is.
They've been out for 30, 40 minutes. These guys will eat them up in about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds.
But before the steak goes on the grill, there's some work to do because you got to coat it in the zingy rub, which you was using spices from your pantry, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You can find everything from your pantry. You know, you want to create those bold, beautiful flavors. You want to mix a little bit of, a little garlic powder. And I think everybody has garlic powder.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked paprika.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to cut down on cayenne. Just a little bit of cumin. Don't go too crazy. This is a little bit of ancho chili.
Okay.
A little, very little bit of brown sugar.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do
sweeten it up just a bit.
Yeah, you don't want to have a creme brulee strike at the end of it. So
yeah, right.
Just a little touch to caramelize that. So one of the key components here, you have to pat dry your steaks or your shrimp. You don't really want to start with like a high moisture on that. It's just going to create steam.
Okay.
Like juicy is good. Steam is going to get soggy. It's going to get all messy. It's the same thing. We have a little bit of the steak right here already with the sitting on it. Just a regular towel, kitchen towel, or a little paper towel. You're going to put like the rub's going to stick to it beautifully. You want to start with a little bit, and then you can always add a little bit more. You don't want to burn that, especially if you're using the grill.
Give me those tongs. I'm gonna.
Yeah, there we go. Michael's gonna go to work on it. So now we're moving to the surf part,
give me
right?
a fork.
Talking
Surf
about the
part.
shrimp here, and you're gonna use the same dry rub. Is that right?
Same dry rub.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to pardon my reach over there. Because I started cooking some of these guys. So you can toss them, you can sprinkle, you can marinate it.
Okay.
Definitely the options.
Just a little bit of razzle
dazzle.
dazzle
Just a little bit.
there. Yep.
You know, a little little zaza zing. You know, it's just a little flavor in there.
Zaza zing. I like it.
You know, do we want? Unless you're allergic.
Oh, there we go. A little extra juice on there.
You want that butter in there.
Yeah. That butter never hurt anything.
Never.
Well, maybe.
Never.
Yeah, we'll take it back.
Don't rub your eyes with butter.
Exactly. All right, so then after you get the shrimp on there, there's a little finishing touch that you do with the shrimp. What is that?
So we still got a little chimichurri on those guys, a little herb butter. Herb butter would be very much a key element here. Now you have a little bit of the sizzle. You know, you want to cook this about 90 seconds, guys.
90 seconds. Okay, that's quick.
Somebody downstairs was asking me, how do you cook shrimp? 90 seconds, really. You know, 90 seconds one side, 90 seconds the other side. C means cooked, O means overcooked. So if it starts curling a little too much, then we kind of went a little too far. Let me reach for one of these steaks.
There we go.
Sorry, chef. Excuse me.
Take that steak. There we go.
Over here, Chef, you also have some really great side dishes that you can include in a meal like this.
I mean,
these are something really special in these.
I mean, truffle fries.
You have these at STK. They're
We do
so
actually.
Yummy.
You know what? Let me just top it off a little bit for you there.
Nice.
So you want to be a little generous.
Yeah, be generous.
Yeah.
And then you've got the side salad, the wedge.
Oh, that wedge is another thing.
So that's the truffle.
A little truffle action.
Wow.
Pardon my reach.
Yeah,
no, you do what you got to do.
It looks delicious.
And even that salad.
Quintessential steak and
so
salad, I would say a wedge salad. You got your blue cheese, you got your smoked bacon, you got your cherry tomatoes, and you have your blue cheese dressing. A little bit of chives. A lot of people love the red onion action with blue cheese. Chives is a little more on the milder side.
How do you know when the steak is ready to take off the grill? I think this is it's a debate. Let me put it nicely. It's a debate.
Don't kill it. It's definitely start with that. It's been not more than 90 seconds, I would say.
Yeah, I would think.
But it's got a good shape, right? It's not like a little. It's not dead, so we're in good shape. So key element for your steak. If you have one of these at home, I highly suggest that. It's like a little thermometer. There's a lot of tips and tricks in order for us to cook that. When it comes to chefs, you do a few hundred steaks in your lifetime, you definitely actually do this. But if not, thermometer. A lot of these kitchens have these high-tech thermometers now. This is super handy, super fast reading, and it's 120. We're going to cook this to 130 degrees.
All right.
Okay.
Now, the perfect medium rare steak would be 120 to 135. 127, we pull it out, we want the rest. We talk about resting before, resting after. This is part of that. You want those juices to redistribute.
Well, Chef, thank you so much for being
Absolutely,
here.
yeah,
and now I need to get back to STK so I can get some food because this is incredible. And you can get these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com. Yes, Chef, coming up, Tori. And our Deals and Steals Superfan.
Sean Diddy Combs on trial. Now, minute-by-minute excerpts, word-for-word testimony from court transcripts inside the trial every week.
Who introduced you to the term freak off?
Sean did. To make him happy, you told him that you wanted to do freak offs, right?
No, there's a lot more to that.
Well, I'm sure we will get there.
Diddy on trial as it happened, weekly on Hulu.
Welcome back to GMA. Hulu giving you a new look inside the courtroom at the most pivotal moments in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, told through meticulous courtroom reenactments. Diddy on trial as it happened is streaming now on Hulu. Michael, over to you.
Yeah, now we're going to make a real pivot, Whit, because we're going to talk about our Memorial Day deals and steals. Tori Johnson is here, and to help us make this extra special, we have packed our studio with super fans. I got to ask, who's excited to be here? You're excited to be here? Yeah, that's right. Got some more over there. They're excited too. And we have 18 deals this morning. And guess what else? Everything has, let's hear it, free shipping. That's right. So we're going to get to it with some great deals for everything, every summertime activity, Tori. What do you got for us?
So we're starting with cool cabanas. One of the easiest ways to have shade on the beach. There's even grass kits if you're using it on the grass. Winona and Victoria are getting to lounge in style here.
They're getting too comfortable.
Yeah, they are getting a little comfortable there. What I love about these is that they're designed so that even one person in under 2 minutes could set it up. There's these pockets on the corners to put sand in so that your tent is not going to fly away. This is the 8x8 signature flagship version that's going to provide twice as much coverage as a typical beach umbrella. It's also UPF 50 fabric, so you get sun protection built into that fabric. We've got chairs, mats, all of the accessories, where you just go for the tent. Whatever it is that you choose today, you're going to save 55% plus free shipping. Oh yeah. All right, now we are going to the hottest game of summer with one of the hottest brands, Recess. Bailey told me that she has not yet played pickleball, but when she looks this cute in one of the outfits,
play, right?
she's gonna start playing. Exactly. So we've got the dresses, the separates, so that you can go from court to brunch, and then their paddles. They are known for their beloved paddles that combine not only performance but also these like really just great artful designs. We've got everything from them, and those I want to say, like, they don't just look pretty, but they're really all about performance and function. So strong, durable fiberglass on the inside, thick honeycomb interior, that nice grip handle there. Are you about to like break a camera? No. Yikes. Go ahead. Go for it. There you go. Everything from Recess today is slashed up to 69% plus
free shipping.
You got
That's
it.
right.
All right. Summertime means more outdoor activity. More outdoor activity means your feet get dirty, your shoes get dirty, but not with Muck Boo Company. Aren't those cute? Those are like first mucks for the like itty bitty babies. So to keep feet completely dry, comfortable, we've got a huge assortment of these. Roseanne's even thinking about, she told me that she doesn't garden, but she's even thinking about getting into gardening. But you're saying like these are just great, even just errands every day. And because they're waterproof, when they get dirty, you just hose them down.
Yeah, they're comfortable.
They are. They're known for their comfort. Get dirty, hose them down. Today, up to 60% off plus free shipping from Muck.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Roseanne.
One of the greatest things about summer is the ability to learn a new language, whether you're doing it for your job or for summer travel. You've had experience with Rosetta Stone to learn Spanish, okay. So we've got 25 different languages with lessons as short as 5 minutes. So you could use it on an app or desktop. Hopefully you'll spend more than just that 5 minutes, but it's designed to be able to work with you wherever you are, to fit into your lifestyle, whatever that is. You'll choose one of 25 language for lifetime access with our deal for $89. And I just want to give a shout out, if you want all 25 languages, lifetime access, $140.
That's
It's a really good deal.
All right, Rosalia, how's your Spanish?
Bueno.
Okay.
There you go. It
That's
works.
something. That's
the
good.
Rosetta Stone works.
Better than me.
Shore bags. So obviously you want to stash your summer stuff in style. We've got these amazing bags from Shore Bags, and we were talking about how durable, like
so cute, so sturdy, so durable, and you know, you really can take these everywhere you need to go with them.
Take them everywhere,
for sure.
and you don't have to be so gentle with them. This is going to be the bag that you don't have to replace in a year or two, which happens with so many that look like this but don't perform like this. We've got the totes, the duffels, all 50% off plus free shipping from Shore Bags. They look good.
That's a great deal.
They look good. And then finally,
The
Life
best
Pro.
setup of anybody here on set.
Yeah, Tiffany hit the jackpot with this. Is getting warm in there?
It's getting very hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
Sound like Nelly's over here.
Exactly. Up to 175 degrees. You do 30 minutes. You do a sweat session. So you can either lay it on the bed, on the floor, on the couch, wherever you just want to take a 30-minute sweat session. Going to help boost circulation, burn calories. Maybe the easiest way to burn calories without having to move. And then relaxing. And of course, these zippered holes if you want to keep your hands out, because you can't be off your phone or you're reading a book. But otherwise, you can put your arms in, zip it up. This is 50% off and free shipping from Life Pro.
All right, we're going to get you out of there in a second. I know you're really warm, but hold on for the tease, okay? Tori, a reminder about a favorite thing for all of us, free shipping. That is amazing. And you know, you do it again, you always do it. I'm so happy to have you here, Tori. You make my day brighter. And that QR code takes you to all of these products on our website.
It's great to see all of you. You, as always, Tori, and you've got some great things on shoes, apparel, accessories.
We do.
Big deals.
Big deals. Marion's helping us here. This is my new Cozy Earth supermodel here.
Cute.
So separates from Cozy Earth. It's that incredibly soft bamboo from viscose fabric. We have got the stretch knit pajamas, the men's clothing, the women's, even a cashmere cardigan because those breezy summer nights or for travel. But this outfit, I feel like this is like an everyday. You could like dress it up for evening. Easy for errands. And then we also have all of the bedding from Cozy Earth, their beloved. Feel how soft this is.
Soft.
It's cooling, it is temperature regulating. I have the white here so that it twins with us, but we've got 10 different colors of Cozy Earth bedding that you will find online. Plus, we've got lots of blankets and pillows and comforters. We kind of have like taken over Cozy Earth today.
That.
And it's all 50% off plus free shipping. Yeah.
And you'll have people just, rubbing your arm all day long.
So to go with those awesome outfits, we've got some really great shoes.
Cute.
Sherry, you're modeling those sneakers there for us. What I love about these is that you can step into them and you don't have to tie and retie. You could step in even with it tied and it will kind of create, what I like to think is like a hug for your foot. We've got options for men and women. They're durable, cushy, but they're not particularly heavy to start with. They've got like a really nice weight to start with, but they're really all about kind of continuous comfort no matter what your day brings. Plus, pretty stylish too, I would say.
Yes.
Everything from kids, like 50% off plus free shipping.
I like that you don't have to untie them.
That's right. You can keep them tied and not have to like fuss all day long with retying.
That is helpful.
Yes. Something else that's helpful is great sounds for the music lover. I was going to say,
hi, Kim.
Fortunately, you only have one in, so you can hear us from this ear. But these are wireless earbuds that are really designed for just that high performance sound. They also come in a really great little case that will show you how much battery remains so that you can.
Oh, that is helpful
that's
right
helpful,
there.
Exactly, to know what remains. So they look great, but performance is even better on these. Great pair of earbuds. I feel like everyone should have. It's like an accessory, and it's an accessory that everybody should have because we all like to listen to great stuff, whether you're commuting, you're taking a walk, you're exercising, having those great tunes in your ear, especially when they are $35 and free shipping, which is a 56% savings. Is that a good? You give a thumbs up for that price?
Very great price.
Excellent.
Great price.
Excellent.
Good job.
All right. Vionic is
Felicia.
a brand that we all know and love.
Yes.
These are their new insoles that allow you to bring that Vionic comfort to any shoe you already own. You've got them in your shoes.
I do.
Yeah, so that's really all about bringing that. They're anatomically correct. It's great about added comfort, stability into any shoes you own. We've got 4 different styles depending on the type of shoe that you're going to put them in. All slashed in half and free shipping from Vionic.
I want to put that in my shoe.
Yeah,
it feels
they feel
nice.
really good.
Thank you, Felicia.
You're welcome. All right,
Hi, Arlene.
crossbody bags, kind of like it's not summer unless you've got a crossbody, and because you just want to go hands-free. You don't want to lug something heavy for all of your little everyday essentials. We have sling styles crossbody, so you can wear it like this. You could even wear it a little bit lower, throw it over your shoulder. Huge assortment from Malibu Sky, including a big assortment of clear ones for stadiums, concerts. So really great styles, phenomenal colors, all slashed in half. These start at $22 and free shipping.
Excellent. And last but not least, hello, Christine.
Christine, we got to get down there to see Christine's anklet. So anklets are one of the summer favorites. It's an easy way to just add a little bling bling to your look. So from head to toe, we've got options from Sterling Forever, but the anklets are really making a statement this season. But we've got everything. What I want to say, like from earrings, necklaces, rings. What I love about this is that it's great for travel because you don't have to worry if you lose it. The prices will not have busted the budget, but they look great for every day too. Everything is slashed 50 to 85% plus free shipping.
And a great sparkle right there. Did you know you'd wear an anklet on Good Morning America this
No,
morning
but
when you
I'm
came in?
loving
Excellent.
Tori is back with items for the home, and Tori, these are all from small businesses. And,
Yes.
and first, we're cleaning here. We got a little steam going on here.
Steam going on here. So
Yeah.
this is a Steam and Go. It's a 10-in-1 steamer that you can either use just like Gina's using it.
Gina,
handheld.
you're nailing it.
You're nailing it.
Yep.
You could also take off the handle if you want and use it more as a handheld, like closer up device, depending on what it is that you're doing. So it could be muddy footprints, tile grime, grout, carpet, upholstery, clothing. I mean, you name it. If it is something that steam can clean, this machine's going to do it. It also comes with a big variety of all of these attachments. And as you and I were saying, you can use just the power of steam, or there is a little compartment there if you want to add detergent.
A little detergent, soap it up a bit.
If you want to, absolutely.
Deep clean.
You've got the option. Today it is 50% off plus free shipping on that. It's a really good one.
Those fake tiles didn't stand a chance. Gina crushed it. Thank you.
Exactly.
All right, what's next up here?
This is Picture Keeper, and it's just this tiny little thing right here.
I love that.
So imagine when you are changing your phone, running out of memory on your phone, or you just want peace of mind for being able to preserve all of your precious memories, like your photos, your videos. You will download the app, plug this directly into your phone, iPhone or Android, plus you could also use it on a desktop, either a Mac or a PC. Press start download and it will save everything right onto that. We also have these larger ones here that are for important documents. So if there's documents that are significantly bigger files than, for example, photos and videos, that's going to be the big one for you. So you're never going to lose anything. Ever. Never, ever.
All those precious memories.
Up to 69% off and free shipping. They start at $40.
Love
and
it.
the peace of mind, priceless.
Okay.
All right, Maria, you got us here with Pura.
Love it.
One of the best ways to enjoy a home fragrance experience. Do you know Pura?
I love Pura. I have
do?
the app.
Oh, you have the
she's
app.
got the
got the app.
Talk about a super fan.
Yeah, she's got the app. So that's as simple as it is to be able to control the scent so that you don't waste scent if you're not home. And then if you want to, then it is the coolest thing. So it allows you to create the intensity that you desire on the scent that you want. We also have this one right here, this mocha one in front. That's the Pantone color of the year, Mocha Mousse. That will plug right in at home. Plus they created 2 exclusive scents that go with that mocha device. And then we also have the car device if you want to enjoy that scent.
Ooh, yeah, I got dogs and kids. The car gets a little.
Car. So if you want phenomenal fragrance in a smart device, Pura is it. 50% off and free shipping. Maria approved.
I approve.
And Maria's got the app and everything.
Exactly.
All right.
Linens and Hutch.
Yes, a little comfy.
So, it is about comfort because imagine, it's like a little bit breezy in the summer night. You've got these great chunky knits. It's so cozy, right? It's really cozy and soft. We also have the great plush towels, 100% cotton towels. We've got a big assortment of bedding. You guys always love everything from Linens and Hutch. We've got a massive assortment today to just help to zhuzh up a little for summer. Of course. Up to 70% off plus free shipping.
Yeah, love these.
All right, you guys know and love, Spongel. Winona's got Spongel hair. Winona also is truly like a mega super fan. After every deal segment, she tweets at Robin and me to tell us what she's buying from that segment. So Spongel's great.
Uh-oh, my secret's out.
I know. She said, don't be nervous that I didn't text you today because I'm in the studio. So that's a body wash infused buffer.
Wow.
And look how much, there is so much. You can use it so often. So we've got them for men, women, and kids. Just the scents are phenomenal. Winona approved.
Good for traveling too, right?
Really great for travel. They start at $7.
Gift.
Great gift and free shipping. And then finally, at night, Jess has got us here with these pillows from Night. We've got the cooling silk. Feel how cool this is very cool. That's the satin.
Wait, this is cooling?
This is cooling.
Ooh,
so it feels really cool when you're sleeping.
All right.
We've also gotten the satin. So if you care about to have perfect hair, lineless skin, I like to say, and just a cool night's sleep, Night has you covered. We've got 2 and 4 packs every single size, up to 75% off and free shipping.
Now that's a good deal.
It is.
All right, Tori, thank you so much, of course, and thank you to the super fans. Excellent job, by the way. Appreciate it. Having so much fun on this Memorial Day blowout. We've partnered with all of these companies on these great deals. You can get them on our website, where you will also find some bonus deals there right now. And for our super fans in the house, guess what? You helped us out this morning, so we have a big surprise for you. You're all going home with giant gift bags full of products from many of these brands right here today at GMA. So thank you, our gift to you. Appreciate everything.
It's a fun show today.
Yes.
And Leslie, thank you
Thank
for being here with us.
Yes.
On this Monday morning. And, before we go on this Memorial Day, we want to say thank you again to all of the military families for their service and sacrifice, current and past. And want to thank you at home for watching. Wish you all have a great day, and we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.